of your Sacramento Kings. When we last left him, the Kings were on a little baby winning streak.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to Pizzeria Regina.
Yes.
Favorite place.
That's right.
Boston. We saw the picture of the cold G-Man.
Yeah.
But there's nothing that warms you up like great pizza and victory.
Yes.
Joining us from the road right now, the one, the only, the lovely, the talented, the legendary. He's seen it all. The G-Man, Gary Gerould. Good morning, Mr. G-Man. Oh, did I? There we go. Good morning. I got you. Good morning, G-Man. Sorry. How are you?
Yeah, I'm more than tolerable. Thank you very much.
Are you, I don't know if you saw the pictures going around of our good friend Frank and some other people we know playing a very nice golf course recently. I personally think you should have been in that foursome, G-Man, and I'm offended you weren't, and I'm angry for you. Your thoughts?
Well, the opportunity was there. I was called about it and wondering about the departure when the Kings were headed out on this trip. And unfortunately, I couldn't join the group. I've had the great pleasure of playing Cypress Point one time in my life, and it was beyond awesome. And I was just, there was a tinge of jealousy, no question about that. And I'm sure those guys had a marvelous time. But by the same token, we've had a pretty doggone good time on the road. So I got no complaints.
Yeah, if the alternative is to go to Boston and have maybe one of the most impressive wins, followed up with a kind of a gritty, grind-out win yesterday in Chicago, yeah, things are pretty good right now, G-Man, aren't they?
It really is. And I've been listening to you guys talking with Mark and kind of reflecting on what's transpired in such a short period of time. And I'm not sure that I've been able to kind of wrap my brain around it, but I just know that it is fun. And Mark touched on the camaraderie. And, last night, everybody, almost every player and all of the coaching staff, members of the travel party, we went to Maple and Ash, a great steakhouse in Chicago, and spent 2.5 hours. And it was just one of those special times. And I commented in the past, it was something that Mike Brown initiated when he first came to Sacramento 2.5 years ago, it making all of us who travel with the Kings feel like we're legitimately part of the family. And you couldn't say that about some of the other coaches of the 21 now who have been head coach of the Sacramento Kings over 40 seasons. So it's particularly welcoming from my standpoint. And I just, I loved it, and listening. Doug got everybody's attention at one point and offered a toast and his thanks and congratulations to his players and to his staff. And those things just don't happen that often. I don't believe in professional sports franchises. So something special is going on right now with the Sacramento Kings, and I'm happy to ride the wave as long as we possibly can.
Gary Gerould joining us. You said the wrong thing because my ADD just took over. I'm on the menu right now, G-Man. Holy goodness gracious at Maple and Ash. I'm looking at some of these
Who
dishes.
picked up that bill?
Oh my God. They have a seafood tower. They have 3 types, a la, pro, and baller. And they literally, Jason, I'm not lying, they have a dish called I Don't Give a Blank.
Yeah.
Where they say, just let us take care of you. Snow crab, bone marrow stuffing. G-Man, we don't want to get too personal, but we love following your food. Would you mind disclosing what you dined on at that wonderful restaurant?
Well, it was amazing because I was on the first bus that went there from the hotel. It's only about 8 blocks from the hotel. But, we get in there and you go up to like the 4th floor and there's this marvelous layout and a huge room that's set aside for the Kings. And immediately, and normally it takes a while to kind of get into the motion and the rotation of things, but the staff just literally pounced on the tables. And what do you need to drink? That started it. And within 5 minutes, the drinks were there. The first seafood tower arrived. And there was crab. There were some amazing shrimp that were marinated in some special sauce. There were clams. There were oysters. They had oysters and caviar. They had special shots available that had 3 components that started with vodka. And because I don't drink, I didn't avail myself of that. I'm told they were really good. Then it was, let's see, what happened after that? There were appetizers that included meatballs. There was beef tartare, bread chips, sticks, whatever you want to call them. Then it was a wedge salad, and then time for the entree, and they brought out family-style platters of Chateaubriand, roast beef sliced, salmon, if you wanted seafood, and that was accompanied by a special. You mentioned the marrow dressing. There was also, let me think here, fresh asparagus. There were mushrooms and some kind of a special dressing, which I'd never seen prepared quite that way. There was mashed potatoes. It just went on and on. And then for dessert, towers of mini petite specialties, coconut cream, mini pies, chocolate crunch wedges, macaroons. And then, of course, people were drinking wine and whatever. I mean, yeah, the bill had to be humongous.
As we're starting Chris, Jason and I are starting a 3-day water fast today. Boy, I asked the wrong question.
That sounds amazing. I mean, part of it too, G-Man, I'm sure had to be the other part that you said, like obviously the food, the spread, but the time together, the value in obviously celebrating what they've done 7 in a row, but just more chances to be together, to bond, and really, like you said, start or build off what Mike Brown started, and now Doug Christie's taken to his level.
Yeah, it was extraordinary, and it was very, very special. And normally, you get a handful of players in those situations unless it happens to be mandatory. This wasn't mandatory, but the table to my left, DeMar DeRozan and his family and friends, in a central table. And you look and there's, Domas, and everybody is there. I think De'Aaron Fox was not there, but his wife, Rasay, and the kids and stuff were there. So he was doing something different, but it was just, it was a very, very special evening. And I'm so blessed and so fortunate that you get to be a participant in something like that, because those are the things that make life on the road truly special. It's great when you win, but when you throw in those little extra components, that's a tough combination to beat.
Reminds me of when KHTK took us to Sizzler that one time a few years ago, and they had clam chowder and the yeast rolls, and I think there was a grape. Yeah, it's exactly the same thing. G-Man, we will be going over that menu the rest of the day. Look, you've seen it all. You've seen the best. You've seen the worst. And I know you always tell us, just enjoy the ride. We hope you are enjoying the ride. You deserve every single second of good vibes and good things happen with this team. And let's keep it rolling in Milwaukee, my friend.
Yeah, we look forward to it. I was just before you guys called, I was checking to see the last time the Kings had won 8 in a row. They've only done it 5 times in their 40 years in Sacramento. So if they can find a way to beat Milwaukee, boy, that'll be special. But I think Milwaukee's probably going to be a little grumpy after they got knocked around big time by the New York Knicks yesterday. So they'll be on point, and let's hope the Kings are as well. Let's keep it going.
Mm-hmm. We'll have that right here on Sactown Sports, the voice of Gary Gerould, painting you the picture each and every game it has from day one. Have a safe trip, G-Man. Enjoy the food as well as the games, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
All right, take care. By the way, Jason.
Maple and ash?
Maple and ash. Those were dry aged meatballs. $21.